once was a man named Gold Roger, who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said.
My fortune is yours for the taking, but you'll have to find it first. I left everything I own in one piece.
Ever since, pirates from all over the world set sail for the Grand Line, searching for One Piece, the treasure that would make their dreams come true.
Yo!
Don't give it up, Luffy. Don't give it up, Zoro. Don't give it up, Nami. Don't give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Here's how the story goes. We find out about a treasure in the Grand Line. There's no doubt. The pirate whose eye is on it, he'll sing. I'll be king of the pirates. I'm gonna be king.
His name is Luffy.
That's Monkey D. Luffy.
King of the pirates. He's made of rubber.
How did that happen?
Yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum.
His name's Zolo. He's just like a samurai and a L-A-D-Y. Nami's not shy. Usopp's doing that marksman thing. Sanji's cooking. Chopper's doctoring.
Set sail for One Piece. It's the name of the treasure in the Grand Line. Set sail for One Piece.
Talk about that.
Oh, alright. Hello, it's the Evan Nerd Show. I'm really loud, and your button's not pressing. Hold on. Oh, there. Oh, fudge. Okay. Alright, here we go. Hello, it's the Evan Nerd Show. This is really loud. Oh my gosh. Jacob, say some words.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I need to... Hold on. I need to figure this out. What is going on? Alright, now say some words.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so yeah, what do you want to say about that One Piece opening?
My favorite part of it. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, now I'm trying to remember what the lyric is.
He said, I wish it has... Maybe it has the lyrics on... Oh, yeah, it does.
They go, it's the name of the treasure, and I'm like, God, that is, you were saying, like, it's so basic. That is the part where it, like, breaks me, where they literally go, it's the name of the treasure, like, we weren't sure you understood.
But also, though, it's perfect for a Saturday morning cartoon.
God, it is, sure.
Because, not, like, kids have, especially in the morning on a Saturday, we have no brain. So it's like, yeah, okay. Like, it's like, you just need to know the basics, be like, all right, now, like Johnny Test. It was the same thing.
Oh, it's so funny, though. God, because One Piece isn't really a Saturday morning cartoon. It's an anime, you know, and it's kind of a different thing. But they were like, no. Right? It's just a Saturday morning cartoon for us. And God, so we're gonna do a rap.
I want to look at the lyrics a little bit. Hold on.
I think when we were young, the part that you would like repeat was, he's made of rubber. How did that happen? Yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum. You would repeat that.
Yeah, because that's...
He's made of rubber.
He's made of rubber. How did that happen? They
are giving you a synopsis to prepare you for an episode.
This is the line. All right. His name's Zolo. They say it's not Zoro, but his name's Zoro. He's just like a samurai. And the lady, Nami's not shy.
And that's all they say about her. Like, what?
You saw him doing that marksman thing. Sanji's cooking.
It's a roll call rap.
Roll call.
That's what it is. And God, the fact that they say it's the name of the treasure, like,
well,
man.
All right, but the way the line is structured, it's not quite that. It's set sail for One Piece. It's the name of the treasure. No, it is.
Yes. Yes.
Set sail for the One Piece. It's the name of the treasure.
Can you not see how that's crossing a line? There's preparing kids to know what your show's about, and then there's unashamedly spelling something out for them because you're like, these kids are so dumb. You're like, it's the name of the show. They don't have to. They don't realistically need to understand every episode. Like, remember, guys, when we say One Piece, we mean it's the name of the treasure. You don't have to do that.
But it's also stupid. It's like, if you don't you don't know who the characters are, and it's almost like when you don't see, like, all the characters are going to be doing the thing that the song is saying they're going to be doing.
Yes.
Oh, that guy looks like a samurai. Yeah, he has the samurai swords. Oh, he'd be cooking. Yeah, that's a chef. He's cooking.
Exactly. That is where I expect the entire thing to be. At that space of like, oh, he's made of rubber. How did that happen? There, that reminding you, where he got his powers from and what he can do. That's where I expect it to be. I don't expect it to be at it's the name of the treasure. Like, let's remind you, that's what the treasure is called. That's just a step too far.
His name, I love this. I actually love this. Oh my god, I did not, hold on. Alright, I'm gonna play it back a little bit. Just the the rappy part. Hold on.
There once was a
How the story goes, we find out by the treasure in the grand line. There's no doubt. The pirate whose eye is on it, he'll sing. I'll be king of the pirates. I'm gonna be king.
Hold on. You can't hear you because you're not.
His name is Luffy.
That's Monkey D. Luffy.
So, okay. His name is Luffy. That's Monkey D. Luffy. Making sure you say it twice in quick succession so the kid... Oh, okay, that's Luffy. That's Luffy there. Gonna be king of the pirates. He's made of rubber and, the whole thing. Yeah, and you're right. That whole bit, that is good enough. That's like giant test. Giant test. That's the whole thing. It's like say the character's name and what they do and how they do it. That's enough. And then you go roll call. That's one step too far. It's not like they're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where there's only 4 and it's like that makes sense if you do a roll call, I guess, especially for kids. But these are characters you'll learn about it in the show. You learn about it, like, if any character says any other character's name ever, you know that character's name.
God, it's like, I've never watched or read One Piece, so I don't know how not a Saturday morning cartoon it is, but I imagine it's just like any other anime. Like, it's one of the big 3, as they're called, Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto.
Those are the big 3?
Those are the big 3, yeah.
Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z predates the big 3. That's way before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the big 3 are more like when we were maybe in middle school, like they would have been big. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, so I imagine it's like Bleach and Naruto, and I know enough about those, so they're not Saturday morning cartoons. Not really. They are anime as anime can be. So if One Piece is anything like that, it's like, this is such a weird... imagine My Hero Academia. They did something like this, and they tried to roll call like the entire class of one.
That would be impossible. And that's the thing. Like, they probably couldn't play. They obviously didn't get far on the Saturday morning cartoon though. They probably did like a season or 2. I can't imagine.
And this
they
is
did
why
the whole show.
This is why dubs of anime have such a reputation, because for like most of anime's history, dubbing meant some American company took the visuals and they did whatever the heck they wanted to write on top of it. Like they could sell it as anything else. Anything else.
Set sail for One Piece. It's the name of the treasure in the grand line. Set sail for One Piece.
I hope that sounded okay. Your mic button is impossible to unclick. I know it came back. The sound came back when I turned my mic off, right?
I don't know.
Did you hear it?
Hear what? Oh,
yeah. I don't know if that messes up with the sound. Man, this is a very technical episode. Anyway,
L-A-D-Y, Nami's not shy. Like, they're just like the woman in the group. Like,
I know that's I didn't like that. That's something I am interested in. One thing I've heard about people in comparing from the anime is they say Nami's story is a little more fine-tuned, streamlined for the live action. And I believe it, because I think she's not just the lady of the group. She's actually more like, I don't want to say more like one of the boys, because that's not even like a good term either, but she has more agency than probably no, they all have about an equal amount of agency.
She's a character in the show.
She's a character in the show. The end. Yes. So I don't like how reductive, especially because this is like, oh, Zoro, he's a samurai. Usopp's doing his marksman, which, by the way, the most pathetic character is Usopp. The marksman thing, he barely does, at least in live action show, he's barely done much marksman things. He's just a liar, enthusiastic liar, but still a liar. Sanji cooking. At least she's not cooking. But she is just now just a lady. She's not a shy lady. But whatever. But yes.
So like, Nami got a stick.
She got a stick and she hits him. But yeah, One Piece, the live action show. I watched it. And I'm going to talk about it because I liked it a lot. No, actually, I really hate to say it. I loved it. And I know it's... And I'm not going to watch the anime. And I've never seen the anime except for maybe, and Jayo can attest to this, probably some episodes, lone singular episodes when we were kids, literally 20-ish years ago, probably.
And they all started with yo.
Yeah, well, I remember watching it at night before GT or after GT when I would try. I think you and Dad would stay up for sure for GT. Do you remember any of that?
Barely.
And I would try, but I never could. I would always just fall asleep. But I would sometimes wake up and One Piece would be on. Oh, I miss it, but One Piece is on. So there's that. But yeah. The One Piece show is really good. I still want to get one more quick clip. Oh, here's a little bit of a theme from the live action show, and also I assume from the anime, but I'm playing it right now. Oh, I love that. So they change up the title theme based on what, like the style of how it says One Piece. A little skull in the middle of the O is a little different on every episode depending on who they're covering on each episode. And the themes, the music themes are good. Buggy's theme is very iconic. I don't know if that's from the anime or not. It probably is. I don't know. I'm typing in Buggy theme. All right, I'm gonna click the anime first, see what it does, and then I'm gonna see what the live action does. It's gonna go. This doesn't sound like it. Huh. That can't be Jet. So, and this is the theme in the live action show for Buggy. I'm skipping ahead. Oh, I skipped too far ahead. Man, I'm really out of it this morning. I don't think I'm doing good. Let's see. Yes. I feel like... Do you not hear some of that? Like some of the other theme in there? But
I wasn't listening.
Dang it, Jacob! Man, put your headphones on!
I don't need them.
Just put them under your side.
I don't need them.
Well, you do! You didn't hear that?
That's fine.
Man, well anyway, those are the themes that I want. I'm gonna get off the theme thing now. Anyway, One Piece live action show based on the manga. Which, why do they call it manga if it's just going to be made into a show no matter what?
What are you talking about?
Like, do they ever make a manga without there being a show?
All the time. Here's the thing. When a manga is really popular, it'll be like, oh, there's a good chance it gets animated. But obviously not all of them. No, at Shonen Jump, which is like the big manga publishing, they publish Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, My Hero Academia. When they're apparently very like selective with the mangas they publish. You gotta give them something really good for them to do it. And if you get taken up by Shonen Jump, people are like, you're gonna get an anime. It's gonna happen because you're on the big boys magazine. Right. You're gonna make it to an anime. But I remember reading in like the My Hero manga the point where the author, I think they call them mangakas. He was like, guys, we're getting an anime. I'm so excited. We're getting the show. He was so excited.
So
about
was My Hero not that publisher?
My Hero was.
Oh, it was, but
he was still surprised. But still, it was like a
big deal
at that point. It's in the realm of formality at that point. People are like, you're probably gonna get a show, but still, he was like, man, we're doing it. We're actually getting a show. Wow.
Man.
So yeah, plenty of manga don't get shows.
And that's all right. So and One Piece they say is the longest running. I guess.
Yeah, they're in like I think maybe 1,037 chapters up near.
See, that makes my brain hurt so much.
Yeah, I can't even imagine it.
Do you think every episode is a chapter?
No. Probably not. No, I mean it depends, but I know for like My Hero, the episodes are generally like 2.6 to 3 chapters per episode.
Oh my god! Wow.
And My Hero is in like 250 chapters maybe, and it's nearing its end. So yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is still.
And we've got six seasons of My Hero so far. The manga's maybe another season ahead. At around 250 chapters, I think. Maybe it's higher than that. But so One Piece is like more than 3 times that.
Oh
and we have
gosh.
6 seasons of My Hero. So god dang, is it long? But it's got to chug through its chapters faster in its show. It's got to.
Well, obviously, the live action show, it's not possible. Like, so the live action show, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to say my review just yet. I'm going to get to that. I'm slow crawling to it. But the thing is, it's getting a season 2. It's been confirmed. And then the showrunners said they are hoping for 6, but they really want 12. Live action. No. I don't see that ever happening. Like, hold on, let me look at the Inaki Godoy. He plays Monkey D. Luffy. He's a really good actor. He's like the most charismatic. He makes a stereotype, not just in anime, but in all media, like a blind optimist. Like, we're gonna do it. Oh, exactly. That's exactly what it is. That you remember that?
That's Naruto, right? Believe it? Oh.
Believe it.
Yeah, that's Naruto.
Believe it. One of those characters, he can do it, but you actually believe it. Whereas a lot of times it's like, okay, shut up. I don't believe you. I don't believe it. I pulled that out of my brain. But yeah. How old is he now? Let's look at that. 20. He's young. Hold on. I'm gonna look at all the characters really quick. Zoro's age, 26, a little older, but he can stand that. Emily Rudd, 30. I thought she was the oldest one. She's 10 years older than Luffy. The Lady. Wow, interesting. So her, it's going to be a little harder, I think, to have to commit to, because that's a long time. 27 is the Usopp. I don't know. I think the guy who's Luffy, I could see him wanting to do. He said he spoke to the creator, that little Netflix promotional video, which Netflix, there's a SAG and writer strike going on right now. Netflix effing banked. They banked all this One Piece promotional material long before the strike started, and they were smart to do so because I think it's helping them promote the show a lot more. But Inaki Godoy went and spoke with Ichiro Oda, and he said, I want to play Luffy for a long time, very long time. But still, 12 seasons, and we're going through a strike right now, which is only elongating the time. So it's minimum, I'm including the time that's already been spent, 15 years of commitment, probably. Unless they can find a way to, well, like right now they just got renewed for a season 2. Maybe in a better future they could be like, all right, we got renewed for seasons 3 and 4, and they could just do back to back. But unless you can find a way to do these more often and faster, There's no way you're doing 12 seasons. And as much as I would love to see them, get to the Grand Line, get the One Piece, even though the book's not done yet, the show.
I would say, imagine they do this 15 years and it's still not over. It's like,
well,
the manga's not over. Like,
supposedly, according to the fans, because I looked it up, they say it is expected to end within the next couple of years. But also, I wonder if it's one of those George R. R. Martin things where it's like, oh yeah, I'm getting to it. Well, but obviously he has to keep it going for the show. But maybe, who's to say, especially now with this going off, maybe he's like, well, maybe I could just keep it going and make more money. I don't know, but that is a long time. I imagined, that's why I jumped into the show from the get-go. One, I like pirates, and two, I knew, one, everybody thought the show was going to fail and was going to have bad reviews and be bad and not get renewed and get canceled. So I was like, it's going to be one season. 8 episodes is not hard to commit to. And then when it's good, you're still like, well, it's not possible for it to go on for 15 seasons. And then they're saying they want 12. I would watch 12. I could, like, it would be cool if they could actually do it. It would be literally like, it'd be even better than Harry Potter. Because you're grabbing not just kids, you're grabbing adults. So then by the time
Harry Potter grabbed adults, okay?
What?
Harry Potter was like the best-selling book series ever. Like, period.
No, I'm not talking grabbing an adult audience.
Okay.
I'm saying you're not watching kids grow up. You're watching adults grow older. And I think that's really interesting because I can imagine when you get to the end of the series, the live-action series, they could cut back to season 1 and you'll be like, 15 years have changed, like past. And you see it on their face.
Like Supernatural.
Yeah, kind of like Supernatural.
Look at those baby-faced men in season 1 of Supernatural.
Seriously, they look like teenagers now. And, it's weird. I was thinking about this because I was watching clips of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and it was a laundry scene with Aunt May. And I was looking at Andrew Garfield, who's basically older than I was, or around my age, when he was making The Amazing Spider-Man 2, playing a much older. And I'm like, when I look at him now, I'm like, that guy's my age. Like, I have like an oldar for like anybody who's playing high school or young or like just younger age. It's like, oh wait, no, that looks like Mike, or like just like my friend over there. That just looks like somebody I know instead of a high schooler. It's like, why are you dressed like that? Why are you acting like this?
Thinking Tobey Maguire.
Oh, that's way bad. That's way worse.
Oh yeah.
But they were smart though. They were like, let's get him out quick. He's out of high school.
I should bring it up later, but the guy who played Flash in the first Spider-Man movie, I read a lot about him recently.
In the first Spider-Man movie?
The guy who played, played
yeah,
Flash.
you know who he is, right?
No, but now I know a bit.
That's Joe Manganiello or something. Yes, he was Deathstroke. Would have been. He was teased.
Right, yeah.
He's on a lot of things. He's in Magic Mike. He was like one of the standouts in that. Why'd you read about him?
He's relevant to Baldur's Gate.
Oh, is he in Baldur's Gate?
I don't think he's in it, but he's relevant to it.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll talk about that later. I'll give you a good 20 minutes on Baldur's Gate, 20 to 30, which is. Oh,
you have to say you love One Piece.
You're right. All right, I'm getting to it. This is my review.
You're there.
I'm going to cut out a lot from this.
You're there. Say it.
All right, so One Piece is a really, really great show. And I know I didn't watch the anime. I know you're all going to be mad that I'm not going to watch the anime. I refuse to watch the anime. I'm never going to watch the anime. And no, that's me disrespecting the anime. It's just because the show is really good. I don't want to be spoiled on the show. And if it will go for 12 seasons, I will want to watch it. Because the music's really good. It's about pirates. It's so culturally swirl full of different types of people. You got, hold on, where is the lead from? He is actually Mexican. Inaki Godoy is Mexican lead of this anime show, and you have like a very multiracial cast of characters. There's a trans actor somewhere in there. There's it's shot in South Africa. The music is amazing. The themes are amazing. Some are from the anime. Some I think are original. Some take the anime themes and then use instruments are really piratey, and do different pirate using influences of like Pirates of the Caribbean and other piratey things and injecting that into there, making this probably the most unracist, unsexist show ever to exist, probably, because there's so much. Like, this is the most worldly. Like, if there was a We Are the World television show, it's this show, because there's just so much stuff going on from so many different things, and it's so weird because it's like it's based on anime, and the Japanese influence is there, but then there's so much like the costume design. People call it like lazy town in a way, but I don't think that's an insult, even though it kind of is.
It totally sounds like an insult, but
the tone, but it also it's like I like lazy town, and I think it's
Lazy Town is immortalized. Okay, the song "We Are Number One" from Robbie Rotten is immortalized. So they did something right.
Robbie Rotten. There's a guy that looks like Robbie Rotten in the show, and even the guy who plays Luffy. Luffy kind of has the energy of the blue guy from
the Eat Vegetables guy. I don't know. That was what that show was about, man.
It's about eating vegetables and exercising.
About not eating Robbie Rotten food.
Hold on, let me look at. I gotta look up Lazy Town.
You don't really have to, but you.
I just need to know the main guy's name. Sporticus. Right. Oh, so cool.
God dang.
That's good.
Lazy Town and the hero Sporticus. God.
That's good. I like it. But it's good. Like the main big bad at the end of One Piece live action series is Arlong, and he has a lot to do with the Nami, the Lady of the group. And it's a pretty devastating like backstory with her and him and all this. But the guy who plays Arlong, it's like he's like kind of like speaking kind of gangster, but he's also kind of has like a shark face, and it's just like this is cool. And there's so many practical.
Stop screaming.
No, there's so many practical effects. Great choreographed fight scenes, and it's pirates, and it's good. It's all good. It's a great show, and I'm not hating on the anime, but I do think if you're going to take something and you're going to adapt it, go all out, and I think they really did go all out. And I think, based on success, I don't know how much Season 1 cost. If it's right here, I'll look at it. $138 million? That's actually pretty... Secret Invasion.
Right, yeah, I remember. It's a lot.
Cost double.
Yeah, but also, okay, you showed me that one scene, and the special effects, it was like, okay, they're not good. They're not fine.
But they're not terrible either.
They're not enough to ruin anything for you.
Well, stretchy stuff, and all the power stuff, yeah. But when they're just fighting like a normal fight scene, it's like real hand-to-hand combat for most of them, because not all of them have stretchy powers, and it's really well done. And also, I'd much rather it be practical and look a little cheap than just be a CGI fest all the way through. And it's so not a CGI fest. They make a big joke about the snail phones. They have snail phones. They're like done like old school Muppet effects, like with practical animatronics inside the stupid snails, and it looks good and weird. It kind of brings me back to I don't know if you remember ever at all a long time ago. It's probably ancient to you. They had Lion and Witch and the Wardrobe, Chronicles of Narnia movies, but they were not the big budget movies. They were like old school, like probably TV movies, but even less than that, like even cheaper.
I do not remember. Were they...
We got them from the library, so I have no idea.
I don't remember. I feel like I could, but not really. I don't know.
Man, well, I remember just watching Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe of that, and I was like, this is good. I can tell they are stretching their budget. I was not a kid thinking that, but I kind of was. But I didn't care about how cheap it was. It's just like, effing commit. What are actors there for? You think they had stupid CGI computers when they're doing Greek plays? No. They just made a big weird mask and said, look at me. So, yeah. And now that we got all this stuff, let's just...
I saw somebody talking about how they're doing a live action How to Train Your Dragon, and someone was like, just put Jack Black as a dragon. Don't CGI him. Don't put him in a costume. Tell me he's a dragon, and he'll make me believe it. It's his job to make me believe it. Just Jack Black.
That's the thing, though. Honestly, seriously, like remember when Benedict Cumberbatch was doing the smog motion capture? I kind of wish they just took did the resize.
Wow.
And just grew up and just like
Cumberbatch is a good actor, man.
He is.
He seems like such an actor's actor. Like you would think he probably thinks he's such a good actor, but he is. He's got this face that says like I'm a good actor and I know it, but he is. He's a real good actor, man.
He is a great actor.
Loved his Hamlet. His Hamlet soliloquy. It was good.
Oh, you watched a bunch of people doing Hamlet.
I watched a bunch of people doing the one soliloquy, the big one, to be or not to be.
I was scared. I was like, could Benedict Cumberbatch play with Sam Raimi? But at the end, when he's like zombie Doctor Strange, he's like, what did he say? Oh. I can't remember. It was such a good line.
Was it kick that
No, it was you're gonna
yeah. It's gonna take more than killing me to kill me.
Yeah, it's gonna take more than killing me to kill me. And my zombie face, he's like, rah, 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 rah. I'm like, he can play. Okay.
But yeah, you like One Piece despite the fact that you have such a grudge against anime.
I don't have a grudge. I really don't.
Yeah,
but
you do.
I also think some anime purists are writing the show off so hard and not looking at like just a show.
I've only seen people say positive things about the live action.
Yeah, but there's also some people who are like sticklers.
Sure.
Who are just like, well, it's not the anime. And it's like, I'm not annoyed because I'm being annoyed by saying I'm never gonna watch the anime. But I'm also just like,
it's funny. There's a hierarchy of gatekeep when it comes to anime, and I think live action anime stuff usually sucks. But that's at the very end of this line where it's like usually what I've got to deal with online all the time is people judging dubs. They're like, well, it's not the same as the Japanese. They had to translate it, and it's like, first of all, if you can't speak Japanese, you read subtitles. That's a translation. You didn't get it untranslated. That you're like, God, that no matter how talented the person is writing those subtitles, it's not the same language. You are like, there are things you are not gonna get. I remember there's this point in the anime Kill la Kill. There are a lot of gags that are visual where they put up kanji, and the gag you wouldn't get it unless you read the kanji. And I read somebody they're like, oh yeah, these jokes don't translate to the dub. And it was like, they don't translate to the sub. You have to literally read Japanese to get the joke. Just reading in the English translation, you still don't get the joke. They don't explain it. They would have to give you a whole goddamn page of translator's notes for you to get the joke. And they were like, oh, the dub doesn't get it.
I love that.
English doesn't get it.
But here's the thing that's interesting. It's like, and I could be wrong, and I'm sure plenty of other countries would just watch the English version. But I think of like Shrek. Like, Japan's not going to watch Shrek in English.
Well, maybe they would.
I think they could and would.
I just think a lot of Japanese people probably know English. It's probably a pretty.
But also, when you look at animated movies, their audio tracks are 12 feet long because it's like, yeah, that's an opportunity to let other actors effing give it a chance.
Yes.
So it's like
dubbing across every language. Dubbing is an actual thing that it's a legitimate. People want to watch in their language, and it's worth it. It's worth something. And
it's like the voice actors, they're trying too. Yeah. It's not like they're just like, I don't care. I'm sure there might be some out there, but I think most voice actors, they know they want to stay in that bubble.
Okay, the thing is that apparently there's like a whole thing in Japan where there's like a prestigious like voice acting school. Like it's taken seriously in a way that people feel like it's just not taken in America. And I remember the story of the voice actor for Bakugo and My Hero getting into voice acting. He just walked up to a place and Chris Sabat opened the door and he was like, oh my god. And Chris Sabat was like, oh, who are you? He's like, can I get a job? And he's like, all right, come in. And he just brought him in and had him record some stuff. Man. And he got him into work. It was like, okay, prestigious Japanese voice acting school versus oh hey Chris Sabat, can I have a job?
That's the thing. It's also just a process of how American.
Yeah, but there's still such good talent and got such good talent in English voice acting.
but
yeah, anyway, the point is they'll complain that having translated the dialogue has changed the show so much that you're not getting the purest form. But luckily for me, obviously, as I read the My Hero manga, I'm at the top of that hierarchy now. You're gonna tell me, like, they're gonna be like, "Oh, the dubs are the same as the sub." Well, you didn't read it. You should have read the manga, because the show's censored. They didn't. That's not the same as the manga. You're not really getting the story in its purest form. They didn't show you how bloody Kirishima got after that fight, because
and I'm not trying to make anime people mad, but also I could use the views, so it doesn't matter. But the thing is, so I was looking up because I was curious, because I kept saying I assumed, I didn't know for sure, but I was looking up like if there were any non-Japanese voice actors that would do the Japanese dubs, and yes, there's some Chinese ones. No, there's some white people, and I didn't see any black people. Just saying that. Now, obviously, the American voice acting thing, that's way more different. I think, because I remember when we were watching Ultimate Avengers, the cartoon, the auditions for that were pretty wide-ranging. Like, there were black people voicing for Thor. It's just have a deep voice and speak godly or whatever. I feel like there's a lot more range. Now, I'm just saying the One Piece live-action show does have just one, for me personally, on the anime, is that, like...
Wow. There aren't that many black people in Japan.
I'm not... But there's more in the effing show, in a live-action show, than there are in the entire anime, probably.
Man, you know what's funny? That... Well, I won't get into it, but if there was ever, like, a live-action Attack on Titan, I would really hope they didn't just throw black people in there, because, like, there's like, an actual point in the story where, like, race matters. Like, and so it's like, it's very... There is a literal reason for, like, the racial, concentration in Attack on Titan. So it's like, they shouldn't just throw people willy-nilly for representation.
I don't think they should do... If you're...
Oh my god, AOT could easily be done live action.
You think that'd be better? Easier?
You've got one challenge, and it's making the Titans look the way however you want them to. You want them scary or funny, they have to look that. And that's your only challenge. Nothing else is any more difficult than what Spider-Man would have to do in terms of the, swinging around on the thing.
Yeah.
That's Titans are the only challenge. If you can nail that visually, the whole thing is cinched. It's done.
I would believe it. I think it's more solemn. Like, I think the hardest one would have been One Piece in a lot of ways. And I still think there's harder things to do.
Something like One Piece or My Hero is like... It's like, how
can you maintain that tone and do all these things that make no sense?
Yeah, it's like One Piece and My Hero are ones that, like, they take so much advantage of being a manga first, and then the anime can translate that because it's just it's just moving pictures. But then so that's where it's like, oh, live action. It's like, how would you even do it? It's taking so much advantage of being its medium. How would you even do it?
If one person was arguing me, they were like, "Oh, you think you could do more unique things in live action than anime?" I didn't say that, and I don't think that either. But I do think one thing is, like, there is some skill to trying to adapt it and not fumble everything at all. And also, the live action is doing a lot of things that you just can't, like I said, choreography, and, like, it's taking advantage. And there's a Mexican lead, which I don't know who voiced Captain One Piece in One Piece, but like,
okay, we got it. Representation means a lot to you.
It means a lot to me, and also it's like, I don't, like, other than Namor, I can't think of a Mexican lead in
there's
a mainstream thing. That was crazy.
One of the main characters of Bleach is, like, Mexican, Hawaiian, Japanese.
Oh wow!
Like he's a really weird, like, mix of things, and there's a while where you're just like, what are you? Like, what are you? he's like, yeah, from Hawaii, and then later he's like, yeah, my abuelo from Mexico. I was like, what are you talking? What do you mean?
That's awesome.
And he's like, and then he's also like, oh, yeah, I'm native to Japan. What are you talking about? You're native to Japan? Where are you? Like, what are you? Bleach is really Spanish though. Like,
really?
Like, yes, there's a lot of Spanish language in Bleach. Like, what is it? Like, okay, first of all, they have these masks that are based on Dia de los Muertos masks, and those are like a big thing in Bleach. And then they just start using a lot of Spanish words like God, I can't remember most of them. Zero, which is like Zero. Yeah.
They need to think and knock on Guillermo del Toro's door.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, also I wanted to say that, like, you know, with Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece being the big three, Dragon Ball Z is the big one.
Right.
That's the difference. For people who are like who hear big three and they don't know that it refers to a specific three anime, they're like, oh, just because how big they are. If you're in terms of bigness, Dragon Ball Z is the big one. And people who don't know what anime is know Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly.
People who would never get into the anime are like, well, Dragon Ball Z, you know, it's a different cultural thing, and it is a cultural thing. For a lot of African Americans here in the U.S., it's big. Apparently, it's 1,000 times bigger to Hispanic people. Like,
I believe that also.
Yes, like it's massive. Like for something about Dragon Ball Z, I don't know.
I think it's because their hair's all crazy. Honestly, something about that. And like, I love how like black people all agree Piccolo's black.
Yeah.
And it's just
It'd be
disagree.
interesting to explore how like maybe the narrative of Dragon Ball Z appeals to different cultures. I don't know how, but it just it seems to.
I know. I think if like Dragon Ball Evolution whitewashed everything. I mean, or just I think. One Piece,
it did. Except Yamcha for some reason was Asian.
It's like why'd you stop there? In fact, Yamcha seems like the whitest looking guy in the anime. Probably.
You know,
compared to everybody else.
Yeah, pretty much.
But stinking, they really took a good advantage with One Piece to there's not a person that looks normal in the show, and it's good. I like it. It's so good.